What's up, gamers, and thank you for tuning into Game Day Wednesdays. And guess what I did this weekend? That's right, I played tennis and that's all I did. Thank you for tuning in. Bye. Just kidding. So what I actually did is play Mario Tennis Aces for the Switch. The game is actually coming out June 22nd, but the demo was temporarily released this weekend, and it gave us a look into the online tournament portion of the game. And that's all I did this weekend. All I did. Besides the gym. That's all I did. That's how much fun this game was. So I'm gonna give you guys my take and my experience with the game. Let's go. So let's talk about the characters this game allowed you to play. Now, right from the start, you were allowed to try out Mario, Peach, Yoshi, and the big bad Bowser. Now, those were the 4 characters you can start out with. Now, to unlock the other characters, you had to play the tournament portion of the game by competing with the other player, and if you won or lost, you would gain points. Now, obviously, if you won, you would gain more points. And the system worked that if you wanted to unlock other characters, you would have to get a certain amount of points. For example, Waluigi was another character, you would have to get 100 points to unlock him. And the other characters that you were allowed to unlock were Toad, Spike, Rosalina, and Chain Chomp. Those were the characters that you were allowed to use. They all had their special abilities. For example, Yoshi was a speedster, Bowser was a power one, and Rosalina was a trickster. Now, I stuck with Yoshi because I just love that character, and for all these party games that Nintendo comes out with, I usually go with Yoshi. He's my favorite character and I just love Yoshi. But I was actually really good with Chain Chomp apparently. I kept winning games with him. And I mean, he's not a character I would typically choose, but apparently I was good. But those were the characters that you were allowed to use in the game. Now, the gameplay was surrounded around this energy gauge. So I'm going to talk to you guys about that. So the gameplay was heavily surrounded around this energy gauge. Now the energy gauge allowed you to use special moves, but you would have to fill it up to use the special moves. Some of them required less, some of them required the full thing. So you would fill it up by charging up your shots. So while you were playing, you would hold down the button before you hit the ball and it would charge up and then hit the ball. That would allow you to fill up your energy gauge. Now, the special moves you can use are, the first one is the zone speed. Now the zone speed pretty much slowed down time and allowed you to run over to your court when you thought you weren't able to reach it and hit the ball on time. Now the other one is the zone shot. The zone shot pretty much slowed down time too, but allowed you to hit the ball accurately to your opponent's court where exactly you wanted to go. And the other one is the trickster shot. Now the trickster shot you would use when you couldn't reach the ball in time. So you would double click a button and your character would do this cool animation. For example, Waluigi would do a moonwalk across the court and was able to reach the ball on time. Now the last one is a big bad special shot. Now this was like the finishing move. So you would get this big animation for every character. It was really cool. And he would hit the ball and it was this big powerful shot. Now if you hit your character, it allowed you to break their racket if they didn't block the ball on time. And in the game, you only had 2 rackets. So if both of them broke, you would pretty much lose the game. You would be KO'd. And your other player, whoever broke the rackets, would win the game overall. Now, those are the special moves and the energy gauge, which this game really heavily depended on. So, just with the short amount of time I had with this game, it was a blast. That's all I did this weekend is play Mario Tennis Aces. It was so much fun, especially the online component of this game. It was so fun to figure out every opponent's strategy. All of them were different. Some of them would use the special moves more, some of them wouldn't use them at all. So it was just so much fun to figure out every opponent's strategy with the game. And if the other modes in the game are just as fun as this, it's going to be a huge game. I think it has an amazing potential to be an awesome party game to pull out when your family's in town, when your friends are in town, or when you want to play with your kids. It's just a great, fun time. And I give it the gamer's thumbs up, just from the demo. But I'll be doing a more full-on review once the game comes out on June 22nd. So that's the end of my video, and I'll see you guys next week for Motivation Monday. And thank you guys for tuning in once again. This is Gamer Fitness. I'll see you guys.